a day dedicated to animal people observed around the globe. The 12th annual National Animal Rights Day honored, which was created by the US-based non-profit called Our Planet. Theirs too was celebrated on June 5, 2022 in 116 cities. Supreme Master Television attended an event held in Beverly Hills, California, USA.
I'm just all about, spreading awareness and constructive veganism and, sharing about the plant-based diet because it's much healthier than, eating animals and body parts.
Veganism, is very important to me individually, and the more people who can understand what's happening, the better. The best thing to do is to ask two questions. The first question is, are animals suffering? And the second question is there anything we can do about that? And that apparently is a very effective way of talking to non-vegans about this without making them feel too defensive.
Animal people rights activists held a solemn memorial honoring animal individuals who have been killed for human consumption. A symbolic 15 deceased victims, including pig, chicken, and lamb persons, among others, were held by participants. The ceremony included awareness-raising speeches, poems, music, and a prayer to end the cruelty and suffering animal people endure at the hands of humans.
Each animal is a sentient being. They can feel suffering, they can feel the mental anguish, physical pain. After I watched a movie by Sean Monsoon called Unity, and I see these two cows going into slaughter, the anguish in their eyes, the suffering, the pain in their face, I just can never forget.
In every way that counts, animals and humans are exactly the same, and so their lives should be respected, just like we respect babies' lives. Animals' lives should be respected because they can feel pain.
A big thanks to Our Planet, theirs too, and all the hero organizers and participants around the world who observed National Animal Rights Day and work to defend animal people daily. We too pray for World Vegan to come soon and shower our planet with lasting peace, love, and compassion.
South African study finds long COVID heightens risk of medical complications. Research from South Africa by leading insurer Discovery Health has determined that its members who were diagnosed with COVID have a significantly higher chance of having diabetes or hypertension or being hospitalized after the infection has passed. It was found for long COVID sufferers that there was a 38% higher chance of being diagnosed with diabetes within 2 to 12 months after a COVID infection, and an 11% greater chance of hypertension developing. It was also discovered that 43% of members had a lessened capacity to perform one activity needed for daily living, including walking, seeing, hearing, concentrating, and more. Such concerning news, Discovery Health, on the long-term damage caused by COVID-19 to people's lives. In the caring guidance of the Providence, may the pandemic soon end as humans protect themselves through living benevolent lifestyles.
Malaysia to abolish mandatory death penalty. The Malaysian government has announced that the nation will no longer have compulsory capital punishment for 11 crimes, including drug trafficking, murder, and terrorism. Under the new system, judges will have the ability to order other penalties. The government is reviewing a report compiled by experts on alternative sentences for the list of mandatory death penalty crimes. It will also re-examine whether to continue to allow the death penalty to be a sentence option for 22 other offenses. Over 70% of countries globally do not have capital punishment in law or practice. We applaud this excellent news, Malaysian government, on your move to introduce a more fair and compassionate judicial system. In the wisdom of Allah, may the world soon enter an era where all citizens are cared for and all necessities met as peace prevails.
Farmers use robots to help pick raspberries in Portugal. Two 1.8-meter-tall, four-armed robots developed by the University of Plymouth-backed British company Fieldwork Robotics have been deployed to a raspberry farm in southwest Portugal to help pick the fruit amidst a farm worker shortage across the European continent. These machines can detect and pick raspberries that are ripe and ready, which are now being supplied to major British supermarkets. Currently, only 2 robots are harvesting at a rate of 1 kilogram of raspberries per hour. The enterprise said its goal is to have 45 robots working by next year, each picking 25,000 raspberries daily on a farm where the fruit can be harvested year-round. Many thanks for working to address the farm labor shortfall, fieldwork robotics. In God's wisdom, may such technology help the world produce and harvest more wholesome fruits and vegetables to nourish all.
Canadian couple opens home to Ukrainian family. Laurelie Pence and Chris Lewis from New Glasgow, Nova Scotia, recently welcomed to their residence Ruslana Zurakova and her 2 children, Roman and Katerina, who were seeking refuge from the war in Ukraine. Mr. Lewis explained this was just a no-brainer. We needed to do something. The family had previously been sheltering underground with no light or water and took the chance to escape. After fleeing the country, they applied for Canada's emergency travel program for those from Ukraine, which is where they connected with their hosts. Ms. Pence and Mr. Lewis also created a Facebook group to support Ukrainians arriving in the area and have received immense backing from the local community. Canada is a Shiny World Leadership Award for Animal Protection recipient and the laureate of 5 Shiny World Leadership Awards for Compassion, 2 Shiny World Leadership Awards for Protection, and the Shiny World Leadership Award for Caring. Our praises Laurelie Pence and Chris Lewis for your loving actions. Wishing your guests an enjoyable stay in Canada and before long a return to a peaceful Ukraine in the blessings of heaven.
Illinois, United States, passes bill requiring plant-based school lunch options. The governor of Illinois, the Honorable J.B. Pritzker, has signed a bill that mandates the state's public schools with 1.8 million plus students provide vegan options for those who request them. The new law seeks to ensure students receive healthy, compassionate meals. Sponsored by State Senator the Honorable Dave Kaler and State Representative the Honorable Cyril Nichols, the new legislation will take effect on August 1, 2023. Mr. Nichols said, "Offering more healthy lunch options in our schools helps our students thrive." A standing ovation, the Honorable J.B. Pritzker, the Honorable Cyril Nichols, and the Honorable Dave Kaler on this noble decision for the health of our precious youth. In God's nurturing love, may our beloved children be provided nourishing and loving vegan meals at school as they become great members of the Golden Age.
Monkey person mother with baby receives help at medical clinic in India. When Dr. S.M. Ahmed saw a monkey mom with a head injury and her baby with a leg problem being chased by children, he scolded the bullies and let the monkey people come inside his medical clinic in Sasaram, Bihar. The duo sat calmly as Dr. Ahmed treated their wounds with ointment and gave them each a tetanus injection. After the treatment, they rested comfortably on the clinic's bed for a while before deciding to depart. A curious crowd gathered outside the office to witness this unusual and touching sight. However, Dr. Ahmed asked the group to disperse so that the sensitive monkey persons could live undisturbed. Such a happy ending is made possible by the mother's devotion and the doctor's compassion. Our great admiration, Dr. S.M. Ahmed, for your empathy, kindness, and care. In divine wisdom, may humankind always be a loving, genuine steward of all animal people.